Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. We're going to cover this again. You've probably seen it, but we're going to go back and cover this woman who got rejected by a matchmaker because I think there were some angles on this that weren't quite covered before. And so we're going to get into this. We're going to let the video play from Philadelphia CBS News Channel and get some of the commentary from the newscasters who are women who, of course, don't see any problem with what she's talking about. Surprise, surprise, dripping with sarcasm. But let's play it and then we'll get into it.
I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. I told her the types of things that I like doing. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not. I told her I was looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high-strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy, type A. This is who I am. And she was asking me, do I meditate? No.
Those seem like very reasonable requests,
to me
right?
too. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Well, this is
Again, surprise, surprise that the two career driven boss chick newscasters don't see anything wrong. What's wrong with that? We're going to get into what's wrong with it. But first, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and like me up. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to make sure that you can get these notifications to come back with future videos. Like me up, and we're going to get right back to this program. I appreciate it. It's free for you to like. It'll help me out here. So let's listen to a little bit more of these ladies' commentary, and then we'll get into some things.
Well, this is Danielle Fewing. She posted the video to TikTok and then got more than 93,000 views. The digital marketing specialist joins us live this morning. Danielle, first and foremost, thanks for joining us at just about 6:15 in the morning. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Yeah. So what was your initial reaction to getting rejected by this matchmaker?
I was pretty upset. I sent a few voice memos to my friends kind of raging about it, but I have come down from the rage a little bit and realized we're just not a match.
Okay, so when I first heard this, I thought, what's wrong with what she's saying? As Jen said, perfectly reasonable, I think.
Yes, also perfectly reasonable in this woman's head. And that is the problem. The utter profound lack of self awareness amongst modern women, the absolute belief, and this is what they believe, that the only thing that matters in male female relationships is what a woman wants. The world revolves around them. Like, I mean, they really believe this. Obviously, they don't believe that the physical planet orbits around them physically, but they think everything is about themselves, only what they want. And men, the purpose of men to even exist is simply to serve their needs. So they should have everything that benefits them without any regard, without any consideration, without even a thought about how does that benefit and inure to a man's benefit at all whatsoever. And it's just not even a consideration in their thinking at all. And it's crazy. And they're surprised why nobody that they would actually want wants to be with them. Because anybody that they would actually want has choices, and nobody with choices would choose women like this. Not unless they're into self-flagellation. Now let's go back through this.
I'm very, very type A.
Big problem right there. Very, very type A. What kind of type A man wants a type A woman? Right? So basically what she's saying, I'm an alpha female. That whole concept. Why they think, how they can't comprehend why a man who is a driven man who likes to control his environment, who intends to be a man in his relationship, wants another competing man with boobs to conflict with, to go to butt heads with. I don't understand why they think this is an appealing thing to say, and surprised that men are not interested. It's crazy. There's not a lot of sanity here in the way they think. Uh, I'm trying to think of his name right now. It's Jordan Peterson I was thinking of. And Jordan Peterson talks about how men's natural tendencies are to be disagreeable. That's part of what makes men and how they communicate and how men take charge and control of their environment and kind of headstrong and head driven. And women tend to be more nurturers, givers, and that's their natural tendency, more people on the people pleasing end of the spectrum. And that works because opposites work, complement works. Two of the same charge, you've got two ions that are positively charged, they repel each other. You don't need two type A personalities in a relationship. It doesn't work. It's just a fight all the time. But these type of boss chick women like that fighting tension in relationship. They want to have this wrestling match in a relationship because they want to beat a man and wrestle a man down for control. And men aren't interested in playing that game. That's women's game that men have no interest in. But these women don't care anything about what men want or what's satisfied is pleasing to a man in his life. So they don't think about this and they can't understand.
Organized. I like to be the leader. Told her the type.
We don't a man who is a leader doesn't want a leader. He wants a woman who is going to follow or at least be cooperative and get on his program, who's going to be, again, amenable to taking direction, to, again, being cooperative and not being challenging. These women think it's cute to challenge a man all the time and to have confrontation, and they literally emotionally get off on having conflict. Women like to feel, and they don't care what it is they feel. They don't care if they feel good and positive emotions or they feel negativity from having conflict and from having men hurt them. That's why they like the bad boy. They like getting hurt because they feel emotion from it, and they get to get riled up and try to change the man and have him beg her to come back and be the center of his attention while he begs her. They like all this kind of back and forth, and men do not. We're not interested, and they just can't understand that.
Types of things that I like doing. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want
Again, nobody's looking for two leaders in a relationship. You can't have all chiefs and no Indians. You make no sense, woman. Men are not interested in this. They don't want what you have to offer. That's why you have to go to a matchmaker anyway. Then the further fact that these women think that doing their makeup in front of people is cute. This is not cute, especially when what's behind the makeup, it's not hidden. Yeah, I think she's 39. I know she's late 30s. I believe 39. Lady, lady, the wrinkles are. If I didn't know better, I would have said at least 50. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. It's not cute for you to sit up here and do this, and then think, that this is a good way to present yourself. First of all, and then think that you can demand the highest of high men with the crow's feet and the laugh lines, and you're looking like somebody's grandma. And you think you get the top man who has choices, and along with your attitude and your wanting to be domineering and be his leader, a leader male is going to choose, um, you know, a woman with facial deformity. I'm sorry, the wrinkles. It's just your face is wrinkly. It's not. It's not. It's not what it is. It's not what somebody bad looking. This is not the choice. And again, no self awareness. So that's just some of the problems with what she has to say that these newscasters can't understand. We're going to look at now where a couple of women called her on a couple of her requirements aptly, even though not necessarily. We got Brittany Simon here. All of her perspectives aren't on point, but here's one or two where they are, and then we're going to take a look at another chick responding to a couple of things. Let me see.
Was at or above the same income level as me, driven.
This is a problem. Having somebody who's at the same income level as you, I think is like a really shallow requirement versus just saying somebody with a good job. Because like, what if she makes more than a teacher? What, you're not going to date a teacher? That's kind of shallow. Like, why wouldn't you date a teacher?
Because they're shallow. And this is the problem. Again, going back, she believes she deserves the top man but she's not bringing top woman qualities to the table. She's not nurturing and caring. She's not compatible. She's what is the word I'm looking for? It starts with a C. She's not complementary to a man who is a leader male and who is a strong, driven. She's in competition with him, and she's not cooperative, and she does not have the looks to require the top earning men, especially when you add on all of the baggage of the attitude and her disposition that she is bringing. But again, zero self awareness, zero concern about what the man wants, and zero interest in actually finding a good, compatible human being to share life with. It's all about what can you derive from that man, and it's mostly about what can you derive from him materially and what he can do for you in service of your life, and that's it. Not about what he can do in service of a relationship, a home, loving, caring, being there, all those sorts of things. No. Date a teacher? Nah, she never would.
Like, you're not going to date a teacher? Like, that's a bad sign. I feel like it's a bad sign if you wouldn't date a teacher because they don't make enough. I feel like you better be really wealthy to be that snobby.
Who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship, and
to be fair, some teachers are ambitious and some teachers are just sweet as beans. Because, like, what does ambition mean? Sometimes it can mean like putting all of your effort into your job and your career. And that doesn't, you can be a great teacher and not be ambitious, right? So, like, sometimes when people say, like, I want a really ambitious person, what they mean is I want a really rich person.
That's what she means, and that's what when you say sometimes that's what people mean, it's only sometimes that's not what they mean. 95% of the time, especially coming from modern women, that's just code. Ambitious means I want you to have a bunch of money because it's all about the materials. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. These women can sit up out here and talk about how they want emotional intelligence and love and this, that, and the other. They don't. They just want money. Ambitious means have money, period.
So I don't know if that's what she means, but she sounds
She
like it.
does. It's definitely what she
ready
means.
to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person.
See, is this a troll? Now I wonder if it's a troll because obviously you're high strung.
I'm just high energy or type A.
Yeah, let's stop her from trolling us. Uh, she said, I'm not high strung. She said she picked up. She says she picked up that I'm high strung, and she said like it's not in a bad way. I'm just high energy. High energy and high strung do not mean the same thing, or even close to the same thing. You admitted you're high strung, but of course they can never ever be really accountable. The best these women can ever do is to start to admit they may have some kind of flaw or something, but somehow that flaw is really not a flaw. It's really an okay thing because they can never be accountable and just have a flaw and admit to anything. Uh, Certainly, she's high strung. It's all a part of her type A personality. I'm a boss chick leader, all this kind of stuff. And again, why would a man want to deal with a high strung, nose kind of in the air, stuck up woman? Again, men who have anything going for them, who have any respect for themselves, don't deal with this. I'm not putting up with this. Why would I? Why would I ever be bothered with a woman who's just going to be nagging and annoying and demanding? That's what that high strung is. It's a bunch of a woman being demanding about what she wants, how she wants the relationship to go, where she wants you to be, what she wants you to do. Things have to be exactly the way she wants them because it's what she wants. It's all centered around her. And it's going to be hell to be in a relationship with her if you're not giving her her way. And no real man, no leader male, no alpha certainly is going to put up with this. And this is her problem. And it's going to remain her problem. And all these women like her who talk all this nonsense. And so those chicks can sit up on that and not understand what's wrong with her request. But again, there's none more blind than he who will not see. That's the saying. So basically, they don't see, they don't understand because they don't want to see it. They don't want to understand why. They don't want to understand what the problem is for men. If they don't care a lick about what men want, what men need, what men should get. They don't believe that men deserve to have anything, don't deserve to have anything in life. They think a relationship is all about a man serving a woman, and that's the only reason why relationships exist. And men get some vagina, and the woman's done her whole job by allowing him to have some of her vagina, and that's all she has to do. And for the privilege of being in her presence and getting inside her vagina, even though women give that away they give that away like flapjacks at a pancake house. It's nothing these days. That's easily gettable. But they still act like that's some major prize, and that's all women have to bring to the table. That's all they have to bring. And what a man wants otherwise, for the privilege of being in her presence and getting some badge, men are just supposed to be be everything and all things for women, while they bring virtually nothing to the table. And they really believe this is the way it should be.